Hello, an OTSL game against Wishy Washy. It's Brad McCoy. I have USA, and well, let's hope it goes better than my previous game, although I don't like even my opening hand. I don't want to get rid of CIA that early. So I think I should headline Europe scoring, because what else? Asia is too risky to headline. For Asia at least I can fight to some point, but not very much, I guess. I think I'm playing the entire hand. UN intervening distal, probably letting Suez and the goal go. So in this case Suez first, but after securing this, ooh, and he had Nasser. So already tough one from the very beginning. I don't feel this was the hand to fight for Europe in any way. And yet successfully could from start. Let's score Asia now and hope for a good counter coup later. Uh-oh. At least I hadn't lost the axis. But I didn't coup well. But I don't like this already. It actually looks terrible. But okay. Suez crisis to Lebanon before triggering the event. Then Malaysia and oh. I think Jordan, because I want to walk here. Waiting with distal for the potential blockade, so the goal CIA and let's hope to have at least Europe set up for a domination. Of course it's just been scored, but it should return sooner or later. Stopped me from here, okay. So first, I know. I'm giving him Algeria. But I'm just too weak in ops. I had a very weak hand and most of it was to mitigate the negative effect of the cards. So I'm probably going to lose in the Middle East in the long run. which is not the biggest deal ever, but I'm kinda sorta glad that it looks like it look in other regions, and they are scored so I can no need to regain it right now. Let's attack him here ASAP. Yet another poor hand. Containment or defectors, or 5-year plan or captured Nazi scientists. There is a choice of headlines, but the hand is poor. I think defectors, in case he plays Red Scar. I really don't want to be blockaded. Later in turn, if he Red Scars me, I can counter it with containment. And have socialist governments. He wanted to get rid of Truman almost for free. Okay. Independent threats. If he doesn't play it, I should play Romanian abdication as my first, but he did it. He did it. And he could Algeria, not rolling too strongly. Let's continue walking and grabbing some things. I'm not flexible because I have to hold both containment and socialist governments to have them to play late in turn. Of course, I can't give you Thailand like this. I have to take Zaire before the turn ends. I should take UK. I should delay Romanian abdication because it's a great distal target. I don't really care about playing the Cambridge 5 earlier in turn. And yes, Middle East is costly. And nothing I can really do about this. Maybe I will even use captured Nazi scientist op. But it starts being terrible. Counting mill-ups, I'm ready to be 10 points ahead. 10 points back. Okay, 9. Romanian application and probably play to UK, and then with containment I should attack 2 places at once. Evented blockade, okay. So blockade gone, socialist government's gone. And by attacking two places at once, I think I mean taking UK and breaking North Korea. Of course, it's still enough for him to headline decall next turn to stop me dominating Asia. But you have to do some things. Oh, he's unpleasantly rich in his hand, so let's do it some other way. 9 and I got Europe scoring. And I got Marshall Plan to boost whatever bad may be in Europe. For example, if he headlines socialist governments against France, he's unable to take it directly by a 4-up card. He got Distal. I didn't get any mill-up gainer. But I should survive until the mid-war. Of course, he also got Red Scarf Perch. If he plays it on me, I'll have to hold decall. Korean War wouldn't be that bad, but in this case it's a potential 2VP. And this is nasty to some extent. Yeah. At least I'm strongly overprotected in most of the European countries. And I can counter any ops war with Truman Doctrine at least once. Asia, I should be able to counter whatever he plays quite easily. About this. France is more important. So let's grab these points as they are. No 5-year plan to South Africa creates a second good realignment target in Angola. The first one is Algeria. Algeria is good, but not good enough because he still has access there. But Angola would be separated. And I'd have 3 attempts with nuclear test ban. But I also have priorities. Stopping his domination is one of them. Middle East is lost and I just have to accept this fact. but I don't have to accept losing any other region. Yeah, it would be... Oh, he doesn't have D-star. He not necessarily has D-star because I had it and I UN intervened it. Okay. So, It looks bad, but it sometimes used to look worse for USA at this stage of the game. Am I able to stop him if he flips it? I'm not. So I have to secure myself against him flipping it. Yeah, over-controlling Laos, Cambodia with Purge against me looks like an exaggeration, but I feel it was necessary. This is the end of my options to fight for Asia. He invested there much more than I did. He purged me, and then he had NATO, Mekong, so on and so on. I did really my best there. If he is gonna have it dominated, he will. My ops weren't wasted except the one in Laos, Cambodia maybe, because they still work for Southeast Asia scoring. No, I can't answer this time, so we'll resolve event first. At least this. And let's realign Angola first. It went okay. Should I know the result, it would be Panama, of course. But Angola was pretty nice. Norat, yet another space race attempt, okay, and Fido against Cuba, because I need to fight for this Central American position and another 6 versus 1, so at least here I was a little lucky. And I got Junta to deny him battleground coup. Still, I'm not too convinced about this hand, but at least I can make some plans with it. Long gunman, so he's not gonna threaten me with this one anymore. And of course I'm cooing here, counting for the third 6 in a row, but didn't get it. I went here because I also have OAS founded and Panama Canal return is somewhere in the deck. So Cultural Revolution probably will not be easily playable because he is going to play the China card on me. He has US Japan, so I shouldn't be too easily into taking Japan. If he now coups Saharan states, Che becomes a free play. I hope the scorings will wait for the map to repair. If he goes to Colombia and then just grab Venezuela, I should probably play OAS to Brazil immediately. And dump Che soon. Let him. Yeah, this is what he did. This is much more important than Cultural Revolution now. But of course, Cultural Revolution should go soon. He had South America scoring, so it became pointless to fight for this region any longer. So let's resolve event first. This is more important than Angola at this very moment. So Central America, Southeast Asia, Asia, Middle East, Africa, the regions to be scored. Africa offers the most of what I really can do. Asia, okay, I can take Taiwan if I really need to. I think my first several moves should go to protect African domination, to get rid of Cultural Revolution and so on so far. The Cambridge 5 may be played freely at any moment. He saw my hand, he knows I don't have anything. Incident for a coup, yep. Oh my, he's rolling really high. I don't want him to flip it so easily. And yeah, I want to have to be secured here. he coups Cameroon so high once more and rolls so much once more, I probably have to grab some non-battleground war too, like Ivory Coast. I need mill-ups and I will counter coup. It's quite pointless to attempt to counter coup countries with 6. And despite being scored, Colombia is still a good coup target for example, Cambridge 5. I start thinking about Alliance for Progress. Is it worth 3 victory points for 3 ops and removing it forever? I think not. I'm not going to be steamrolled now. I think so. I hope so. Well, Asia plus Middle East plus OPEC may come close. Let's deny him the second space race if possible. It's not possible. Not now at least. So he'll be able to space US Japan. For nuclear subs, I don't know if I wouldn't like to have this card actually, if I were in his shoes, and have it eliminated from the game. In case he'd like to play Kennedy, I'm now playing Alliance for Progress, and I think I will risk discarding both if I get Kennedy. I will risk because if I get 2 scorings there, it's over. I don't think I want to give you the option of taking Thailand. Let's go for a potential domination if I get Panama Canal returned. Come on, give me the game changer. Just play this US-Japan pact. Containment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I will just coup it, hoping to roll something else than 1. Something else than 1, I said. Good thing I got Africa scoring and Southeast Asia scoring, and I also got APM treaty. This is huge. I'm gonna have tough time if I want to really contest Africa, because I wrote too bad there. If I coup, he will have the counter coup. Kitchen debates. Okay, let's calculate it. +1, -2, -5, -2 again, -1, -1. So if I break into 2 battlegrounds or flip one, I'm getting these points. For example, such a play leads to get these points. And is it enough to break one? Just checking. No, it's not. So I am breaking 1 and 2 and grabbing it. This allows him coing Thailand, okay, but I assume he's gonna use the China card for this purpose. So I'm countering with Sur River Skirmish, directly attacking his Asian position. And of course I hope he stops rolling 6s. In Africa there's somewhat comfortable situation where I'm almost never threatened by his domination, and I have a counter coup if he decides to coup now. The China card for the Thailand coup. Quite fortunately for me, this wasn't a high one. Quite unfortunately for me, I have to... If I play this move, he gets his battleground coup. But Africa gives me 3. Well, 4 now, but I assume he takes Algeria. Or 2 if he flips a battleground. But he uses influence. He uses influence and I have to react to it immediately. Because it's in Asia and I'm in danger there. Of course I will eventually coup using, for example, Arab-Israeli war, because for space race I plan to, or maybe Willy Brandt. OPEC is for space race for sure. Doesn't look as good as it did. Eventing shuttle diplomacy. Okay, I got some time, but I will have problems eventually. So let's hope for a 6. I'm not lying. A 5 is good enough, I think. Well, of course, It doesn't provide the control of Africa. But maybe he should react immediately. He didn't really want to play shuttle diplomacy, so maybe he has Asia scoring. If he does, I'll just have to pay 1 VP. Influence in basically everywhere. Okay, let's score it to make the play more flexible. I don't really understand Romanian influence. Yes, he has this scoring. So okay, he missed the war roll. Let's hope he's unable to deny my African position. I didn't want to play one small step for ops. I wanted to trigger this as an event. But if he breaks Algeria now, once, I mean by 3-2, I'm gonna play one small step to play into Algeria and Cameroon, and then trigger Africa scoring. And no, now I'm not gonna discard anything to Kennedy, because I don't want to draw Central America or Middle East scoring. But maybe he has some unpleasant cards only. Oh, he has US Japan, so the least he can do is take Sudan and Tunisia. For which I can of course coup Sudan. Oh, you have this one. Come on. Why the hell are you so lucky in the moments like this? I'm not saying that he's lucky because he rolled a 3 when he needed 3. Oh, he rolled a 6, but it doesn't matter. It was a 66% of winning chance. But why the hell did you have this card at this moment of the game? This is very unpleasant because the only remaining scorings are not promising. It's Middle East and Central America. My VP are a tragedy. Red Scar Purge is not in that desk, so even a combo with Bear Trap isn't probably working too much. My best chance is probably some Defcon. Or maybe game changers like Voice of America. The timing of the scorings is crucial for this game, I think. Okay, I got Junta and ABM, so it's not a tragedy that he got Pressure, but I really wanted him to have it later. Both scorings in my hand, damn it. And no good headlines, really. Maybe this can be catchy. Of course, if he headlines "We will bury you," it's over. but when it's not. I'd like to fight for more than I already have in Central America. In case he had Nixon, should probably play the China card early. Because Middle East is lost and it's only gonna get worse. So I'll wait with this scoring, hoping for miraculous Kennedy. Yet I'm quagmired for starters. Okay, I have things to discard, namely one thing to discard, South African unrest. I wouldn't like to discard any other card from this hand. Well, I would like to discard Allende, but this is out of the question. I think he had held Quagmire because this justifies his break into Brazil. So he had this. He was theoretically able to finish the game by his DEFCON victory had he known my headline, and now I rolled a 6, which I certainly didn't want to. So I think Warsaw Pact formed is next. Damn it! This makes the Middle East even worse. So I think flower power to Jordan and Cuba. Then what? I think I have to coup with one small step just to score from arms race. And I better hold the China card if I want to win by DEFCON. And I completely control the China card. I should rather switch priorities and be ready to sacrifice other things than this. Maybe he has CIA. Maybe he also has this style, but changing the priorities. The good thing now is that Allende is not as painful as it used to be. So AR4 Central America scoring, AR5 one small step, AR6. Well, that's the problem. This one in Cuba was changing things so that I was unable to take care of everything at once. But I want to perform a coup anyway, so perhaps I'm just holding arms race, despite being ready to use it. And grab 3 points for Middle Eastern presence, because a 9 is completely unacceptable. He is cooing, and he is failing, so I'm taking a momentum. Muslim revolution is gone. So Egypt may be a good target, maybe waiting for Camp David to be played. So I need my meal-ups anyway. Ideally, if he had played Camp David, so that I could score both arms race and have Middle East mitigated to some point. And I should have one more up. To retake European domination in case it returns. There is gonna be a reshuffle. Okay, priorities: one small step coup. Target: Saharan states. Because I feel he may be thinking what to avoid, but he plays worse and worse cards, so I will remember correctly that Camp David is not here. Yep. He has grain sales and CIA. I am winning. Influence. Okay, one small step coup attempt. Two points gained. Military points. Maybe I get his European unrest. Or the Pope. He probably has Camp David Accords, because this was like this looked like a preparation for it. Spaced Voice of America, so now grain sales is unspaceable for him, provided he doesn't get Brezhnev. If he gets Brezhnev and grain sales, he got Bear Trap, and he grabbed 3 victory points, and it doesn't look very good. I got grain sales. And he has CIA. Okay, I should be winning it. I should be winning it, provided I'm not drawing CIA from his hand. I got salt and I got how I learned. So I'm in control of DEFCON this time. Am I not miscalculating CIA? It was played on turn 1 and then it never returned. Of course, There is a chance that he got UN intervention. I hope he didn't, because there was only one card he was drawing from the reshuffled deck. Because other than that, my hand is quite annoying now. If I draw CIA, of course I'm gonna return this card to him, but in this case his hand size isn't reduced. And I'm not winning because he's able to hold CIA. He played defectors. And I drew Missile Envy. If I play this for the event, he will have to play Missile Envy on his first action round. So I'm still able to lower DEFCON. And I will be able to do it directly with how I learned. So I'm gonna play the event. It's hardly ever seen, but the fact that after playing Missile Envy the opponent must play it on the next action round is now crucial. Maybe game deciding. Game deciding or not, I should do something. For example, coup somewhere. And I think Venezuela is the most important target I could attack and roll a 6. He's in a must of playing Missile Envy. He doesn't have any 4. He should have Nixon. So maybe I will even play the China card. 2-2-2-2. Flip Pakistan and save 2 points in Asia. Not worth it. Certainly securing European domination is much more worth it, so things like he's preparing for the Pope, so let it be Thailand, Turkey, Peru, Uruguay preparing some further realignments. Miracles happen, so I should avoid playing this game as if it was victorious already. I played the China card because I assume it's gonna be returned to my hand. And because I want to either delay or avoid playing multiple cards from this hand. For example, I want to delay playing Portuguese Empire Crumbles or Socialist Governments to the moment where I can easily pair their negative effects. If he was able to hold a card now, it would be crushing. One successful space race roll and he could just throw CIA out. So this may be my literally last chance to win this game. If I'm not winning it by DEFCON this turn, I'm probably losing it at all. Queuing Uruguay. Successlessly, but let me grab these points when they are available. Yeah, I also don't want to play salt negotiations too early, because if he by any miracle escapes from the DEFCON, I want to have this card to grab a card of my choice later. I don't want to play How I Learned to Stop Worrying, because if he has nuclear test ban, I'd like to be able to counter it by directly dropping DEFCON. Yes, I have my China card returned. It's influencing Argentina. Okay, Asia scoring time. And now it starts being time for use nasty cards, but what? He played defectors, then Nixon Camp David. He also has problems. Africa is not as important now, because it was not dominated by either side, and this probably isn't going to change. Played enough to secure Europe, but is it enough to secure a game? Panama Canal returned, probably used in Panama. So I'm responding by spacing. I'm not flexible enough with this hand to realign, because socialist governments will require self-reparation. Kennedy for space race. So, if the card remaining in his hand is CIA, I'm winning. If I miscalculated anything, and it's not CIA, I'm very likely losing this game, because he gains the ability to discard cards, so he's not afraid of DEFCON anymore. I could lose the game already if he had headlined "We Will Bury You" earlier, but then I knew about this risk and I took it on purpose, because my situation was bad enough to play things like this. I certainly don't like his decision. I need only one to repair its damage. On the other hand, if he's really stuck with CIA, it doesn't matter. But if he's not, this may turn crucial once he is. Thank you for watching and see you next time.